It's been over half a year since Japan imposed export curbs on South Korea to reduce damage from the retaliatory measure. Seoul has been striving to localize and diversify routes for key parts and materials. Dami explains further.
Turning a challenge into an opportunity, South Korea has been quick and resourceful than ever to stand on its own. It's allocated over $860 million a year to localize 20 key tech parts and materials within a year and 80 more within 5 years. This has already enabled the country to stabilize supplies of the 3 key materials restricted by Japan. Local production of flurinated polyimide has doubled thanks to newly built and expanded factories in the country. And in fact, a local supply of etching gas, another material critical to making semiconductors, has been secured since the end of last year. And this localization couldn't have happened at a better time.
Government, corporates, and people began to realize that we can't wait any longer, and also we can't rely too much upon Japanese imports for those critical items. And I think it was a good awakening or wake-up call for Korean people.
In addition, Seoul has successfully found ways to diversify its suppliers worldwide. U.S.-based chemical company DuPont will invest $28 million in South Korea to develop and produce advanced photoresists. Japan produces around 90% of the world's photoresists, which are used to make semiconductors. South Korea's efforts have been recognized by the rest of the world too, including Japan. Japan's Asahi Shimbun has said that Japan failed to let sleeping dogs lie and that Seoul was able to localize materials much more quickly by concentrating its efforts in the private sector. The newspaper noted that Samsung Electronics has chosen suppliers outside of Japan to produce around 220 key parts and materials that it had mainly sourced from Japanese companies. In the long run, the Korean government will accelerate the regulatory reforms requested by businesses to further enhance their competitiveness. These include shortening the licensing period for chemicals from over 2 months to just 1 month. The South Korean government has pledged to continue to push for a stable supply for key parts and materials, regardless of external conditions. But most importantly, it says trade talks with Japan must go on so they can return to the previous trading relationship. Dami, Arirang News.